How's it going, everyone? We have a brand new PlayStation Store sale to go over, and it's a pretty decent one with the PlayStation Store Essential Pick Sale. Some notable deals available. You guys know the deal. Some of you guys are gonna own every game under the sun, and it might not be for you, but for those of you looking to pick up some new titles, you've got over 1,000 deals to go over, so let's just get right into it. I know a lot of you guys, with the addition of NBA 2K24 on PS Plus Extra, you've been trying to round up your sports game lineup. Madden 24 is 80% off for $14, so of course you can go check that out. Dead Island 2, 45% off for $38.49. Still seems like kind of a hefty price for Dead Island 2. Kind of wild to think about that. That game came out a year ago at this point. Man, I feel like the time just goes by faster and faster, guys, but obviously the game did have a $70 base price. So even with it being 45% off, still $38.49, which is quite expensive. And you do have a gold edition for $49.49. Ay. The Crew Motorfest Standard Edition bundle, that is 50% off for $35. That is the PS5 and PS4 bundle, so you get the cross-gen bundle. The Ultimate Edition is 60 buckaroos, so yeah, Ubisoft gonna Ubisoft as far as their enhanced expensive editions. But given that that came out back in September, 6 months later, already 50% off, that's quite a sizable discount if nothing else. EA Sports FC 24, also 80% off for $14. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, 40% off for $42. Given that that just came out back in December, that is a hefty discount. In my opinion, it's not worth it. However, now I'm not a big Avatar fan. There are aspects of that game I did like. I thought the soundtrack was great, the visuals were stunning, and the open world design, it's your Ubisoft open world design. But I think not being a big fan of Avatar did hinder my experience with the game, and yeah, I would say that sub 20 bucks is what you're gonna be looking at as far as picking that game up if you're like me and not an Avatar fan. But there you go with that. The Ultimate Edition is $78. Yes, the Ultimate Edition of that game was $130. That's just, man, what are we doing here? $130 Ultimate Editions, like, this is insanity. And it's because Avatar Frontiers of Pandora does have a $40 season pass attached to it. Like, that's just insanity to me, but what can you do? Assassin's Creed Mirage Deluxe Edition, 40% off for $36. I don't believe they put the base game on sale. If the base game was down to 30 bucks, I think that would actually be well worth it. And yeah, that is not the case. Only the Deluxe Edition is on sale. And the Deluxe Edition for AC Mirage, yeah, total jokes as far as that's concerned. Like Deluxe Pack outfits and things like that. Stuff you guys don't care about. NHL 24 X Factor Edition is $30. Final Fantasy 16, 40% off for $42. Look, I love Final Fantasy 16. I know that it's one of the more controversial Final Fantasy releases. Like, some people really enjoyed it. Other people weren't a fan of it being pretty much straight up an action game, but I really did like it. I thought the soundtrack was tremendous. Some of the boss fights are some of the best boss fights that I've seen in a video game. Thought the story was good. Thought Clive was an incredibly compelling main character. And back to the narrative, I did have my issues with some of the storytelling, and I would have been a fan if they handled it a little bit differently, but ultimately I did end up enjoying the game for what it was. $42, still a hefty price given that the game came out 9 months ago at this point, but a good buy, obviously, if you have yet to check it out. Payday 3, $26. Mortal Kombat 11 is $5. Stray is sub 20 bucks for $19.79. That was holding up in price for quite a while, given that it's almost 2 years old at this point. Nice to see it finally drop below 20 bucks, but a good buy there if you do want to check that out. RoboCop Rogue City Alex Murphy Edition, 40% off for $42. Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, 40% off for $30. That's a sizable discount for a game that just came out 2 months ago. And you know what? Prince of Persia The Lost Crown was a game that I really enjoyed. I thought it was a fantastic game. Ubisoft did hook me up with a copy of the game, and I had a fantastic time with it. I thought it was a great game, and if you're into Metroidvanias, it's so well designed. Visual style is great. Soundtrack is solid. Boss fights are good. You know, not a super lengthy game, but for 30 bucks, I would say that's a good price. The initial $50 price point is what I think a lot of people pushed back on, but at $30, I really do think that's a really good buy, so definitely would give that a shout. At 30 bucks, again, I think that's a great pickup. Marvel Spider-Man Game of the Year Edition, 50% off for $19.99. That is the PS4 copy of the game, so keep that in mind. Most of you guys would probably want to pick up Spider-Man Remastered at this point, and if you do want Spider-Man Remastered, your best bet is to get the Miles Morales Ultimate Edition. The Forest, 65% off for $7. Atlas Fallen still holding up in price, surprisingly, 30% off for $35. $35. That game had a cool setting, a cool aesthetic, but, you know, $35 for a game that came out, what, 7 months ago at this point, and was a lower budget release and a lower scale release. I think that's a game you should pay, you know, sub $20 for. SnowRunner, $19.99. Assassin's Creed Valhalla Complete Edition, $35. That gets you everything, so that is a good buy given all the content that you're getting with it. You know, you're getting the Dawn of the Ragnarok expansion along with a bunch of other content as well. Assassin's Creed is going to be for some people these days. It's not going to be for other people, and by other people, you guys know I'm talking about myself, but nonetheless, I am trying to give those games more and more of a shot, and I am excited for Assassin's Creed Red. I mean, Assassin's Creed set in Japan, that's something I've been asking for like a decade now, and even if it's the new style of Assassin's Creed, you're damn right I'm going to play it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, 75% off for $14.99. Not a bad pickup there. If you do just want the base game. Black Ops Cold War, $24.49. Hefty price on that. A bunch of Call of Duty games on sale. Batman Arkham Knight for $4. Far Cry 6, $15. Days Gone still holding up in price, 60% off for $15.99 there. Good game, but yeah, you guys are never going to get that sequel, no matter how much you beg for it. AC Odyssey is $12. AC Odyssey Ultimate Edition is $24. Need for Speed Heat Deluxe, $3.49 for that is a fantastic, fantastic deal. Strongly recommend that. One Piece Odyssey, 67% off for $19.79. Cheapest we've seen One Piece Odyssey, and I would say that's a damn good deal. Look, I have no care in the world for One Piece. You ain't sitting me down and watching whatever 900 episodes, 1,000 episodes of a show. That just ain't happening. But Bandai Namco hooked me up with a copy of One Piece Odyssey, and I ended up really enjoying the game. It is just fundamentally a well-made turn-based JRPG, and if you're a fan of One Piece, man, you're gonna doubly enjoy this game, and I really enjoyed it even as a non-fan, and the whole shtick of the game is you're going back to iconic areas of the One Piece anime, and you're revisiting them and doing them once again with some twist to it. So if you're a One Piece fan, you're probably gonna enjoy it even more than I did. I believe the team that did One Piece Odyssey is actually doing the Sandland game that's coming out in April, and it would be great if we got like this style of game for other anime. I don't know, maybe like a Naruto game. I know I keep complaining about, you know, other style of Naruto games, but if you're gonna do cash grabs like Storm Connections, like, man, can we at least get something like what they did with One Piece Odyssey? I just thought the game turned out really well, and some $20, great price on it. P5 Tactica is $52 for the deluxe edition, way too expensive there. AC Origins is $9. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition is $9.99. Not a bad buy there for Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim to me is a timeless game, and I would definitely check it out. Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection is $9.99. DBZ Kakarot Legendary Edition is 60% off for $48. Now, DBZ Kakarot, they just added the PS5 version, the PS Plus Extra, but a lot of value from the game does come from the various season passes they did just drop. $48 looks like a hefty price, but Season Pass 2 alone goes for $40. You know, it's standard price. You get Season Pass 1 in there as well, which Season Pass 1 has some Dragon Ball Super content as well as the alternate timeline Trunks episode, and then Season Pass 2 is loaded with content. You have the Bardock episode, you have the World Tournament from Dragon Ball, and then you have some content to wrap up the Z storyline with a really cool boss fight at the end. $48 is super expensive, and I wouldn't buy it at $48. That's just so expensive, but definitely something to keep an eye on, and if it gets down to like sub 30, sub 20, it would be a great pickup at that price point. Uncharted the Nathan Drake Collection is 50% off for $9.99. I mean, Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, awesome games. Uncharted 1 shows its age being 17 years old. That's absolutely insane to think about, but Uncharted 2 is still a tremendous game, and as is Uncharted 3. You've got Outer Wilds on sale, $14.99 on that. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered is $4. Great deal there. Cocoon is 30% off for $17.49. That's a more recent release, but a great game there as well. Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition is $6. Avatar: The Last Airbender Quest for Balance. I heard that game was god-awful, so you know, it is 60% off for $20. You got Deathloop for $12, which is a pretty good buy for that cheap. And then they do have a Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo bundle for $33. That seems a little pricey. Disgaea 7 Vows of the Virtueless, 25% off, not a sizable discount there. Kena Bridge of Spirits, though, 60% off for $16 is a damn good deal. Rayman Legends is $4. Callisto Protocol Digital Deluxe is $22.49. That includes the DLC as well. Still seems kind of pricey for that. Like, that's a game, 10 to 15 bucks I think is a good buy, and it was a PS Plus Essential title not too long ago. Disco Elysium, the final cut, is $12. What else we got? Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, $4.99. MGS5, which that game still has its price appreciated, probably because Konami is going to release Master Collection Volume 2, and they don't want to lessen the value of it by selling MGS5 for like $4. Like, that's probably the reasoning as far as why that's more expensive. And Ground Zeroes is $12 as well. Like, come on now, nobody should be doing that. South Park The Stick of Truth, $7.49 for Action But Hold. The Gold Edition is $20 as well. Middle-earth Shadow of War is $9. Amnesia the Bunker, $16.24, and you'll save an additional 10% if you are a Plus subscriber. That's pretty decent. Darkest Dungeon for $5. Saints Row 22 is $9. Yeah, like, probably shouldn't play that, but I mean, if you want to, more power to you. Bayonetta is $6.24. Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie is 35% off for $39. Hey, a nice discount on that. It's just gotta play quite a bit of catch-up if you want to get to that game. A lot of titles to go through, so just keep that in mind. Tactics Ogre Reborn is $25. That's on... Is that on Plus Premium, or do they just have a trial on Plus Premium? Yeah, they just have a trial on Plus Premium. It's not the game itself. Maybe that'll get added to Plus Premium at some point, though. Judgment is on sale, 65% off, $10.49 for the PS4 copy, $14 for the PS5 copy. Judgment's an awesome game, and in my opinion, a great starting point to get into the RGG games, given that that was built for the PS4, so the visuals are much better than, let's say, Yakuza 0. You have English voice acting in that game as well, and I think the English voice acting is really well done in Judgment, so definitely a worthwhile pickup there. Temtem is 50% off for the $22.49, which is fairly decent. That game is, I believe, ending updates here shortly, though, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Order 1886, baby, $9.99. Want to see that down to $5, but you guys know me. I talk up Order 1886 quite often. Yakuza 6 is $4.99. Signalis is $14. Valkyrie Elysium is $24. Not a bad buy there. Valkyrie Elysium certainly had its issues, but I still ended up enjoying the game. Russell Quest down to $16.49. Control, the OG release, is $7.49. You should probably just pick up the Ultimate Edition. Dishonored 2 for $6. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch for $9.99 is a great pickup. Klonoa Fantasy Revelry Series for $9.99. Awesome deal there. That is on Plus Premium. You've got Neon White at $15. Prey at $6 is quite good. Solar Ash is at $16. Tales of Berseria, $9.99 on that. Tales of Vesperia is $9.99 as well. Some good deals across the board, all things considered, so check out the deals for yourself. I'm going to end the video here. We got to page 11 of 46 pages, so a lot more deals to go over. We'll go through our typical videos, and we'll do all our typical stuff, and obviously a bunch of retreads on the deals. What do you guys want me to do? I cover the games I've played and the games that are on sale, so I'm one man trying to cover everything. But that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.